What's going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. Today I'm bringing you my LC9, the original. And I gotta say, I actually do love this gun. It's pretty much my everyday carry. I love this one. I'll throw in my Glocks now and then, my 45 and my 10 millimeter, but this is the one I carry on almost a daily basis. Now, I did make some modification to this one, and I'll tell you why. We'll go over that. You know, for some of you that have experience with the LC9, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And then others, I'll go ahead and let you guys know. So, but right now I'll talk about what I got it propped up with. Today I got this propped up with a torpedo from Cold Steel. These things are fun as hell to throw around. I recommend if you like to just, you know, throwing knives and ninja stars and all that stuff, you got to get yourself a torpedo. Awesome. Okay, back to the review here. So, yeah, this LC9, the original, the main complaint this one had was of the trigger pull, because it had a really long trigger pull. I mean, the trigger came out to here, so you pull back. It was smooth. It was really smooth, but it was just long and steady. So a lot of people didn't like that. It almost felt like a double action trigger. It was just, you know, just real long pull. So it kind of made you flinch a little bit. People, you know, if you're not used to it, you pull, and you end up pulling, you know, you end up pulling down with the gun a little bit, and you end up shooting low. So actually, and that's how I got this gun. I had a buddy of mine that just hated this gun. He didn't like it at all, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna get the M&P Shield, you know, which I know is a go-to for a lot of people. So before I bought this out, we went out to the, you know, up in the hills to shoot it, and I actually shot better for some reason with this gun than the Shield. And not just that, I like the look of this better. To me, this looks more sleek, more stealthy, more just, it just looks, I just love the looks of this gun just visually. So then I figured, I know they make aftermarket triggers, so I figured if I didn't like that trigger pull, if I wanted to switch it up, I could always just get the aftermarket trigger, which is the Galloway trigger. And let me say, I highly recommend it. That's what I have in here now, is the Galloway trigger. And man, that trigger, it's world of difference. And now I got the best of both worlds. I got the gun that I love aesthetically, and it's a Ruger, so they're awesome guns. And I have an awesome trigger now. This trigger here is just, and it's adjustable, so it's totally worth changing out if you don't like that long trigger pull. And so he ended up selling me this for, I think it was like $250 or $300, you know, with all the little accessories that comes with it. So I was like, man, it's totally worth it. Since he didn't like it, you need to put that down for his for another gun. So, but yeah, you know, and then after I changed out this trigger, I let him shoot it. He loves his gun now too. He's like, yeah, that's what I need to do. But you know, which I get. Most people say, you know, if you have to modify the gun, then it's not good out of the box, and it's not it's not a good gun. But I mean, I modified it, and I love it like this now, and you know, use this for my CCW, and I feel confident with it now. It's accurate. Surprisingly, I'm really accurate with this gun, which is a good thing, because if you're going to be carrying, you want to be proficient with your gun. And mind you, I do shoot this quite a bit. I mean, you can tell it's been beat up. I mean, I shoot at least once a month. I take this out to the range and shoot it just for practice, because you want to be proficient, right? If you're going to be carrying, you don't want to be missing. If something happens, you want to make sure you're up to par on your shooting. So I did put on this grip tape here. I think this one, I forget the manufacturer, but you can find it. Just put on LC9 grip tape. This is just a cheaper one here. It works really good. It's I don't like the sandpaper one. This is just more of a textured. The sandpaper one it kind of rubs in your pocket and rubs wherever you put it. So this one is a little more. It's still sticky, but it's not too aggressive. And I do like that. I did get the extended magazine with the extension on it. That way you can get a full purchase. And man, that full purchase, it's perfect. It's perfect for a little concealed carry gun. Man, you can't beat that. Look how slender this is. And mind you, I'll just show you guys, this is all, we've been safety checked. There's no ammo in there. And so, yeah. So another upgrade I did too, and then it helped out with keeping it recoil down a little bit, was I put the stainless steel guide rod in here. So let me put this back here. So I ended up putting that stainless steel guide rod, which I like a lot, you know, and that they had a plastic one in there, but that plastic one never had an issue with. It never broke, you know. Just like most of them, you know, people do these upgrades. I mean, there's benefit to it, and yeah, it does make it obviously stronger, but I don't think a lot of them are needed. but it's a nice feature. You know, I did it. I mean, I think it helped add a little bit more weight to it. It kept the recoil down just a little slightly. You know, maybe not much, or maybe it's in your head, but not too bad. So yeah, and then I did keep the just standard sights. They're kind of small 3-dot, but they were good for me. I think they do make aftermarket too, like True Glow and maybe like other versions of that for these two. I might get in the future, but I don't need it. The reason why I'm thinking about not doing this is because I did get the right here Lasermax for this LC9, and it works really good. I mean, it works really, really good. Let me see if I can put it in the water with the light on it. I mean, it's pretty damn accurate, and it's right on target. Works really, really well. And there's other people that talk about the benefits of this. You know, during the day, obviously, you don't see much when you're out shooting at out in the open and during the daylight, which you don't need it anyways. But at night or in low light settings or any situation indoors, it's awesome because I mean, you could have this as someone's robbing something, or your life is in danger, threatened people, some guy's shooting people. And if you have this low where he doesn't know you have a gun, and you can put this under a table and you can put that light, from any direction, as long as you have it all, if you have it all dialed in, because there's adjustments on here to where you can, a screw right there to actually make it, bring it up or down, so make it line up with the barrel, with your sights. So I mean, if you have this low, on, then you just go like that from the wall, you're going to hit where that laser is hitting. So I mean, there's benefits to having a laser. You don't have to be visually looking through the sights to hit your target, which is pretty awesome. So I did get that for that, since this is my carry. I do like that on there, and highly recommend it. I recommend this package, and with that Galloway trigger, man, look at that. I mean, it sets, because the other one's set way up here. I mean, right there it's set, and now look at this. Man, that trigger pulls so nice now, and that reset, way shorter reset. So, I mean, it's just right up, boom, there. I mean, it's literally right there. I mean, just very, very little travel. Very little travel. And boom. I mean, it's really, really nice. Just right about there. Boom. So, yeah, I mean, now it's, I mean, when I shoot this thing, I mean, for some reason, I'm even accurate with this. Like I said, my friend and a lot of my other buddies love the shield, the M&P shield. I just don't like the look of it. And even this feels better. It's slender in the hand. Look at that, how slender it is. And to me, this feels good. And, I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad about the shield. I mean, it's a good gun, too. It's tried and true as well. Most people, I would say 90% of the concealed carry people love that gun, and they carry that one. But since I upgraded the trigger in this, it is awesome. This does have a safety here. Side lock safety, which is good. It's good to have on a concealed carry, in my opinion. But yeah, I would definitely highly recommend that trigger. It's night and day difference as far as follow-up shots and how it shoots and the accuracy and everything else, and it kills the it took away even the newer version. They have a newer version of this, and even that, they changed the look too much, in my opinion. I don't care for it that much. It's still a good gun, but I just don't care for the look. We're talking about looks. It's just aesthetics, which I know it doesn't make much difference, but we're talking a cheaper gun that you can modify for, I think the trigger was like $100. It's still cheaper than buying the new version. So if you can get a good deal on this older one, it shoots awesome. It's super, super reliable. I've actually put thousands of rounds through this for sure, and no issues. And then you do have the 9-round. Well, this one here is I believe, no, this one's it says 7, but I think this is the 9-round. Yeah, this is a 9-round. And they do make. Let me see. Is that just a 7? No, maybe it is just a 7. I do have a couple 9-rounders as well, but I think 9 is max. But yeah, and I bought these ones with the extension, so that way because without it, it kind of like it's going to be too short of a grip here. So with the with the extension, and you could fits in your hand perfectly. So if you're looking for a good concealed carry, a good Ruger, I highly recommend this one, especially if you get a good deal, especially now that these are a lot cheaper, because a lot of people don't like them because of the trigger. now, I mean, now this with the trigger and this the couple upgrades I did and this laser, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong for the price, you know. I mean, if you can find these nowadays, you can probably find these for $200 used, you know, in pawn shops, things like that, $250. And just straight out put that aftermarket trigger, super accurate, super awesome 9mm. And recoil on this isn't too bad either, even for being so slim. You know, a lot of people are saying that because it's a lighter gun, it's gonna have more of a recoil. No, my grouping with this is really good, really good. We're talking, you know, these pistols are meant for 15, 20 feet max, you know, and I'm still, you know, still could hear beer bottles and cans and the targets at the range at like, you know, up to 30 feet, you know, 35 feet and being, you know, super tight grouping. So, you know, it's been a good gun for me. I love this one. Been awesome. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend this Ruger. All right, YouTube. Please like and subscribe. And until next knife or gun.